Tonight on CTV, get an update on a fatal shooting in Saturday night's riot. Plus, take an inside look into one couple's journey yesterday when they could finally wed, and their RamSkeller has finally moved back to its original location. All this coming up tonight on CTV. Good evening, everyone. I'm Karsen Bushjost.
And I'm Annie Ngo, filling in for Carrie O'Connor tonight.
The man shot and killed by an officer responding to a welfare check Sunday afternoon has been identified as 27-year-old Tino Martinez. He's a father of 5 and has a lengthy criminal record. On Sunday afternoon, a Fort Collins police officer responded to the Cimarron townhouses on the southeast corner of Drake and Shields. The officer approached a man and asked him to remove his backpack. When Martinez took off his backpack, he turned around, pulled out a gun, pointed at the officer, and pulled the trigger. The officer returned fire, and more police cars raced to the scene just right after shots were fired. It's rare for a Fort Collins police officer to be hit by gunfire, the last one dating back to Christmas Day in 2009, where an officer was shot 3 times.
On Saturday night, Colorado State students participated in another out-of-control party. The party on the corner of Belvins and Whitcomb Street turned into the second riot at that location less than a year. Police responded to about 400 people who were throwing bottles at police cars and students taking down parking signs. According to CSU's executive director, CSU PD and Fort Collins Police are working closely to identify students who are involved in illegal behavior. The riot is now the 4th in a series of parties that have tuned into riots since 2011.
It was a memorable day for some couples yesterday as same-sex marriage licenses were being issued for the first time in Larimer County. The Larimer County Clerk's office was filled with unexplainable happiness shortly after the announcement was made that they would begin issuing same-sex marriage licenses. Couples came in excited and left overwhelmed. Gretchen Haley and Carrie Ratazzi were the second couple in Larimer County to get their marriage license.
This sense of being accepted and affirmed by society in a way of our relationship for just being a regular loving family is it's a pretty profound experience.
Angela Myers, the Larimer County Clerk and Recorder, said the issuance of licenses has been expected.
From my attorneys that the stays have been lifted on the 10 circuit cases. We saw that coming back when our sister counties began issuing licenses earlier in the year.
It was a monumental day for couples who have been hoping for equality. And for Carrie Ratazzi, she says that she finally feels equal.
I realized how much I had felt like second class, like it didn't, my relationship didn't matter as much as other people. My family didn't count as much as straight families, and I hadn't really thought about it until I saw the news come through and I read the information from the Attorney General, and it just hit me how much we have not had. One
interesting fact, there are 25 states with same-sex marriage rights and 25 without.
A female mountain lion wandered into Fort Collins on Monday. Wildlife officials caught and relocated the 1.5-year-old lion. She was captured near West Prospect Road and South Shield Street around noon. She was tranquilized and relocated west of the city without problem. Records show the last mountain lion captured could have been in August of last year when one was wandering in an East Fort Collins neighborhood. In other news, the beer has finally moved from the hallway by the bookstore back to its original location. The RamSkeller finally returned to its roots and reopened.
The newly renovated RamSkeller is officially open for business. Students lined up on Monday to get a taste of the fresh new brews. The Skeller is back in its original location after being temporarily moved for the last year. Now the Skeller has 20 beers on tap. That's 5 more than it used to have.
It's really, really nice. I know I saw the old one, and this is really nice.
It's now open weekdays from 11 in the morning to 8 at night, but the beer doesn't start flowing until noon. The on-campus bar, located in the basement of the new LSC, provides a more convenient and popular location for students to visit.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good location, and it's somewhere central that everyone can go to.
Not only does the Skeller serve beer, but they also have a variety of wines and malt liquors. They also have a pup grub menu for a quick snack. Plus, you can play shuffleboard while you're there, and you can even play your own tune.
Well, I like like that it's on campus, and I feel like it's an environment that I could come and like study in more and like still do homework and be productive without just going out. And it's also nice that I can do it, during the daytime here, not just at night and going out with friends type of stuff.
The 46-year-old pub is back and ready to help students make some memories.
I will definitely be back. Yep.
The brews on tap at the on-campus pub include everything from New Belgium flavors to Adele's, and a few in between. The space next to the Skeller hopes to open in a few weeks and plans to have more activities for students.
Just about 3 years after the stadium was proposed, the basic debate about whether or not to build an on-campus stadium at CSU remains the same. Can the university afford it? The private fundraiser campaign has fallen short for the stadium. University officials project tens of millions of dollars from general funds may be needed to build the on-campus stadium or renovate Hughes Stadium. President Tony Frank has announced 4 new options on the stadium situation. 2 of the options are to renovate Hughes Stadium, and the other 2 would to be building a new 36,000-seat stadium. If there were to build a new stadium, Frank said it would not only be used for football games, but also for lacrosse and soccer games, commencement ceremonies, and other university events. Frank has asked for 2 more months to seek input on the options before making a final recommendation to the board at its December 4th and 5th meetings. The weather was beautiful today. Star's in the Weather Center.
Hey Star, are those warm temps here to stay?
Well, thanks so much, Karsen and Annie. Thanks for joining us tonight. Well, it was a nice day out, as you guys mentioned. It was sunny and it felt like summer, and there was a high of even though there was a high of the lower 70s today, it's because that sun was just shining through. And right now, as you can see, it's mostly clear. We're looking at a 63 degrees, almost no wind, and now, that even though things have dropped almost 10 degrees from the high we saw today. If we're looking outside right now, it is a beautiful night over on the Montfort Quad, and if you're playing some volleyball out there, it's a perfect night. Speaking of volleyball, anyone who is interested in going to the Laramie, Wyoming game tonight that we're playing, if you're already there, it's going to be slightly cooler there, but not by very much. So let's see those temps for anyone who is sticking around tonight. So, interesting fact, we have a near full moon tonight. It's called a waxing gibbous, and it is 99.7% full. I don't know how they figure out those statistics, but it's so clear out that you'll definitely be able to see it. And although, and even though it's so clear, the temps drop especially quickly in these conditions. So we can see we've significantly cooled down as the night progresses. Let's check out the rest of the state. So over here on the western slope, we're seeing 31 in Craig, 49 in Grand Junction, down the I-25 corridor, all 40s tonight, feeling kind of chilly. And over on the eastern slope, 44 in Sterling, 38 in Lyman. So as the night moves on, you'll definitely start to feel a shiver. Let's see if those cold temps persist right after the break. Back to you, Annie and Karsen.
Star will be right back after the break for her full forecast.
We will have a sports update as well. Don't go away.
The next 30 seconds can save you a lot of money. Just do your laundry in cold and stick to full loads. Auto sleep your computers. Plug your gadgets in a power strip and switch it off when you're done. Headed out? Turn back your thermostat by 10 degrees. And drive sensibly. The more energy you save, the more money you save. Find other great tips at energysaver.gov.
Welcome back from the break. It's a clear night out, as I mentioned earlier. Hardly any wind and virtually no chill. Perfect to stay active out there and enjoy the 99.7% full moon. Tomorrow it will be completely full, however, and let's see if we'll be able to check it out. So bright and sunny as we start off our day. It's going to be chilly at 51 degrees, but as we move on towards the rest of the day, the clouds are definitely going to start to roll in. Later in the night, we'll see partly cloudy skies, and we might even get a glimpse of the eerie Halloween-esque moon as we move towards the later hours. So as far as clothes, you're going to look at a light jacket, a fall jacket, maybe some jeans, and we're expecting some decent highs, so make sure you can take that off. So tomorrow, all down the I-25 corridor, we're looking at great temperatures, even 80 in Denver. That's perfect. And over on the western slope, still a little chilly over here. And on the eastern plains, we're feeling a little chill as well. Or it's kind of hot, but you know. Let's take a look at what we're going to see for the rest of the week. So on Wednesday, it's going to be mostly sunny with some calm winds expected in the afternoon. Winds are going to pick up at night. On Thursday, we're going to see a 30 to 40% chance of showers in the afternoon. So make sure to prepare for that, but mostly sunny with highs reaching around 66. So still a little chill there. A chance of rain before noon this time, leaving in Friday night partly cloudy, so that's about Friday. If you have any plans for the night, Sunday a chance of showers as well, and then things will stay relatively calm. Next Tuesday will be sunny with an expected high around 70 degrees. So stay tuned for more weather updates from meteorologist Austin Harley, and make sure to like CTV Weather on Facebook tonight. Annie and Karsen, back to you.
So we have a lot of new faces on our show tonight. You're filling in for Carrie, and we also have Alec filling in for Brett.
That's right, Karsen, and I'm having so much fun. So Alec, what's new in the sports world?
What's up, Ram fans? I'm Alec, and I'll be filling in for Brett tonight. Colorado State welcomed the beginning of October last weekend. You know what that means? It was time to wear the pumpkin-colored jerseys. Of course, I'm talking about Ag Day. The CSU football team started off with having an orange-out game against Tulsa. The bright colors must have blinded the Golden Hurricanes, however, as the Rams ran away with this one, 42-17. Quarterback Garrett Grayson continued to impress as he tossed 3 touchdowns, all to his favorite receiver, Rashard Hollywood Higgins. Higgins set a school record with 4 touchdown receptions to go along with 178 receiving yards. Also joining in on the offensive onslaught was running back D. Hart, who had 143 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. The Rams head on to Reno this weekend with a big matchup against Nevada, with the game starting at 8:30 p.m. After the football game, the Ram fans migrated over to Moby Arena to watch the CSU volleyball team play their orange-out game against San Diego State. The Rams kept on rolling with impressive season, sweeping the Aztecs 3 sets to a big old fat goose egg. The team now increases their win streak to 11 straight games. Kelsey Snyder, Jasmine Hanna, and Adriana Colbert finished with double figures in kills, and Deidre Foss had 42 assists. Foss becomes the 3rd CSU player in 4 weeks to win the Mountain West Player title of the week. The Rams look to add 1 more win to their win column as they head up north to play Wyoming tonight. In baseball news, the MLB playoffs continue tonight in 2 National League matchups. The Dodgers were beaten by the Cardinals with the final score being 3-2. And the Nationals go against the Giants, and currently that score is 0-0 in the bottom of the 1st.
Thanks, Alec. We'll be back just quickly.
Stay tuned.
God, so bad.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
A new bar in Old Town is open with a community-focused mentality. Poor Brothers Community Tavern has a system where every dish you buy at the new bar, a meal is donated to the food bank of Larimer County. There will be an exclusive story on this new bar and all the wonderful things they're doing on tomorrow night's newscast. Well, that's all the time we have for tonight, but the news does not stop here.
Check us out on thecollegian.com or Collegian C on Facebook and Twitter.
Also watch us live at 8 p.m. Monday through Friday for all your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Have a good night, everyone.